Hello and welcome to another video by ES Repair. I'm your host, Mr. Fix-It. In this video I'm going to show you how to clean up your refrigerator. Now you may notice that your refrigerator seems to be running for a long period of time or is frequently turning on and run for a long period of time. Your freezer may not be getting as cold as it used to. The refrigerator may be not getting as cold as it once did. Well, I'm going to show you what to check for and how to clean the condenser coil. A lot of the times it's because of the condenser coil is blocking the airflow to help remove the heat from the compressor. So what I'm going to do here is show you a quick way that you can check and clean these. Now you're going to need a brush. You're going to need a vacuum cleaner with at least a crevice attachment. That way you can clean up the condenser coil. Now it's going to depend on where the condenser coil is. Some have it on the back side of the refrigerator. Some have it on the underside of the refrigerator. And as you're going to see in this one here that I'm going to work on, you're going to see that mine is a little bit different than what you may have seen. Now, you can use compressed air. Be careful because of dust. If you have severe allergies to dust, you may want somebody else to come out and clean your refrigerator while you go into town or something while they fix it. Now, some of these you may have them underneath, which you can get one of them brushes like they use for cleaning dryer vents, cleaning the lint. You can use those types of brushes to help remove the dust buildup, the dust bunnies, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to show you here how I do mine. Mine's fairly simple. I use compressed air for mine and then use my sweeper or my vacuum cleaner so I can clean up the dust. So let me go ahead and show you one way that you can clean your condenser coil. Now here, as you can see, I'm going to clean up my freezer and my refrigerator here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm also going to clean out the condenser underneath and behind the refrigerator. Now it's going to depend on what kind of refrigerator you have, whether or not the condensers are on the bottom or whether or not they're on the back. Now if you look down here, you can see that's the water line that goes to the water dispenser. And in the back, you can see where the condenser and stuff is. And that water line makes it a little difficult to get in there. Now this here, you may need to remove so you can get in there to clean the condenser. Most of these little floor plates are just snaps in, as you can see here with the clips. Some of them have little screws that fastens in the front side. So as you can see here, you can go either way about this. Now what I'm going to do is go in the back to where I can access the condensers and check to see how bad they are. Now here I have my refrigerator freezer combo pulled out and it's unplugged. This one here had a copper line connecting to the water line here for the inlet. So what I want to do here is go ahead, get down here on the floor so I can get a better look. Now as you can see here, it's a little dirty. You should clearly see the dust mites and the dust bunnies, as you can see here. So what I'm going to do, you'll see that these got these little screws or these bolts here. This one here is a 1/4 inch socket or screw. I've got to be a little handheld here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the back cover off of here. Well, now that I have the back off, as you can see, you got the compressor here, and you got the evaporator down there where all the water goes when it for the evaporator. Here you can see mine has the condenser coil wrapped up in a circle, as you can see here. I don't know if you can get a good look at that or not. Let me get my flashlight here. And as you can see the coils are wrapped in a circle in a cylindrical shape here, to where the fan here blows the air through there and sucks the air, or just gets the air flowing. Now, as you can see here, this hasn't been cleaned for some time. This hasn't been cleaned back here since I bought the house. Of course, the refrigerator came with the house when I bought it, and that was back in 2004. So I've had it for quite some time. This is the first time I cleaned the back of it, and I figured now would be a good time to clean it and show you guys how you can simply clean some of these. Now, your refrigerator won't be like this. It might, but chances are it may not. But you get an idea. You know, this is how dirty some of them can be. This one here was 10 years since it's been cleaned. So surprisingly, the refrigerator and the compressor hasn't burnt out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get me some can of air here for a moment. Now, you don't want to blow too hard onto there because you'll really stir up the dust. But because mine is in a cylinder shape, I'm using compressed air to get down into the crannies and stuff, to where I can get all that dust out from underneath it. What I may have to do is get the big air compressor to where I can get down there in the back and underneath, to where I can't reach with a can. So let me go ahead and get that cleaned up and show you what it looks like afterwards. Well, now I've got it cleaned out. I've used my little compressed air can. It wasn't too bad. Now, you can use brushes if you have brushes, or a duster that you can reach in there to get the dust out. If you want to blow a little air to it, that's fine. If you're allergic to dust, or you have a dust allergy issue, you may want to let somebody else do it, clean the condenser out. Now, as you can hear, I do have it running because I wanted to check my my airflow, and as you can see, the fan is going, and it is running pretty good. I've increased the airflow, which makes the refrigerator work more efficiently, because now it can dissipate the heat that's generated from compressing the Freon. And now your refrigerator should help you save some money and run more efficiently now that your condenser is now clean. Now, if you need to, you can let somebody else do it, especially if you have dust allergies, problems, because these things can get pretty dirty. And it's a good idea to make these clean at least every 3 to 6 months, depending on how dusty it is in your area, in your house. This one here hasn't been done for 10 years. And you seen earlier how bad it was. And now look at it. I've got it nice and clean, and got my airflow back, and cleaned all the dust out from underneath here. The one thing I don't like about the way they design this refrigerator is some refrigerators have the evaporator tray to where you can remove it and clean it. Well, this one here is all made into one piece, and everything's attached to it. This is just one big long tray that sits there, and that's it. That's the one thing that makes it hard to get underneath the places to clean the crud out. But I'm going to get my rag and stuff and get my wet vac, clean some of that stuff out. But that's how you can clean your condenser. This makes it a lot easier for your refrigerator to maintain its temperature, and it helps keep it reduced electrical energy use, because now your refrigerator will be running more efficiently. Well, that concludes this video. I've shown you how to take your refrigerator apart. It's fairly simple, and again, I hated the way that my refrigerator's drip pan is, because it's hard to get it out because everything's attached to it. But yet I can get the water out of it, and I can get like a little brush and stuff in there, a sponge, where I can clean it up. Now, as you can see here, I did use a compressed air can, which is simple. You can use brushes, you can use different types. You want to make sure that everything's cleaned up, especially the fan. You want to try to remove the dirt from the compressor in the back. It helps make it run cooler. It helps the fan stay cooler, doesn't heat up. It will help your refrigerator run longer, because if the compressor has to continuously run, it just makes it wear out that much faster. You want to make sure that there's plenty of airflow going through those condenser coils. Well, I'm your host, Mr. Fix-It. I hope the video was helpful. I know it wasn't perfect though, but I do apologize. I just want to show you some of the methods that you can do to help clean out your condenser coil to help improve the airflow. Well, thank you for watching. This has been a presentation by ES Repair. Take care.